Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Thought for Shabbat. This Shabbat 42 years ago was my bar mitzvah portion, and I will be chanting it for you now. No, I will not be doing that. However, as I was reviewing this Torah portion, so many beautiful memories came to mind. Having my family there, my grandparents and great-grandparents who are no longer with us, having my friends with me, my family. It was just such a wonderful occasion that I think started me on a path towards thinking about the rabbinate. But more than that, this Torah portion, Mishpatim, which means the rules, the laws, following the Ten Commandments, kind of filling in all the empty spaces that the Ten Commandments did not address, made me think of something. And that is how proud I am to be a Reformed Jew. That is, Reformed Judaism is the Judaism that helped our people and our faith survive over these many thousands of years. That is to suggest, had we stayed only one way and not continually reformed ourselves, we would not be in existence. I think reform is Judaism at its essence. That is to say, we have the Torah. And the Torah is, of course, the best-selling document, the Hebrew Bible, that is, Torah being the first third of the Hebrew Bible, is the best-selling book of all time because its message is so powerful. But it didn't stop there. We have, following the Hebrew Bible, the Talmud. The Talmud says, how are we going to be Jewish in this new day and age when we've been exiled out of the Holy Land? For 2,000 years, all over the world, Jews were reforming their faith, their ideas, based on the principles that we found in the Torah, but making it so that it fit into modern day society. From the most traditional Jews, I would argue, to the least traditional Jews, we're always in the process of reforming. In fact, I like to say that reform is a verb. When people say, oh, I'm a Reformed Jew, so no, there's no ED at the end there. We are constantly in the process of reforming. And to my way of thinking, even 42 years ago when I became bar mitzvah, and now I stand here 28 years as a rabbi, Judaism's changed a lot. It's changed a lot, even in those 4+ decades. I could give you example after example, but trust me, from the time I was a bar mitzvah to today, the way we think about certain issues, the way we approach different rituals is different, and yet still consistent with our modern values, that is, our ancient values. I've used this example many times, but I think it bears repeating. If you think of Judaism as a block of clay, our faith is that raw material. Some have kept it in that block form as much as they possibly and humanly could. Conservative Jews have conserved most of the clay. Reconstructionist Jews have reconstructed the clay, and Reformed Jews have reformed it. Take, for example, mikvah. Mikvah is the ritual bath in which somebody submerges themselves to convert to Judaism or for celebrating a simcha, getting married, things of that nature. For a long time, Reform took that clump of clay and put it outside what we did. And now we've put it back in so that it makes sense for our modern day sensibilities. It's part of our everyday nature of living a Jewish life in many significant ways. So my friends, the clay is all the same raw material. It might look a little different. It might feel a little different. It might present differently. And yet, the values across the board of the sects of Judaism, hopefully, have very similar qualities. Not always, and there are exceptions to the rules, to be sure. But Reformed Judaism has, in very large part, kept Judaism alive. We are here today as Reformed Jews, proud and feeling a sense of that our mission has been met and will continually be met as we continue to reform day in and day out. Please come to Shabbat services tonight, 7 p.m., so that we can celebrate our faith similar in some ways as we did 42 years ago and wholly different but with the same core values that Shabbat is central to our lives. Looking forward to seeing you. No Torah study this Saturday. There's no Torah study this Saturday. Shabbat Shalom. Have a great, great weekend. Take care.